Welcome back, YouTube, to the continuation of the NFL football season preview. We are going to talk about the third place team from a season ago in the NFC East, and that would be America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, whose theme this year is they have a new head coach. So will this equate to new winning ways for a franchise that's not made the NFC Championship game since 1995? Let's go and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So, of course, the big news a season ago, they had Mike McCarthy let go at the end of the season, and rightfully so. He had three straight 12-win seasons, and then the 7-10 record a season ago with no playoff wins. It was just not a good season. So they let him go. Jerry Jones's theme the last three seasons is we're going to hire people in-house. We're not going to go out and go spend big money in free agency and go get the hotshot coordinator from one of the other teams in the league or from college and stuff like that. We're going to keep it in-house. So what they did, they went and got upgraded their former offensive coordinator in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, son of Marty Schottenheimer, the legendary Cleveland coach and Kansas City coach. They upgraded him to be the head coach. So that was an interesting move. I was very confused by the move. I understand Jerry Jones' theme of keeping it in house and not spending big money, but look how that's fair for the last like 5 years or so. So we look at their key pieces. Yes, I do not have anybody on defense. I should have put Micah Parsons, but besides him, I don't think anyone's good on the defensive side of the football in Dallas. That's just me. Offense, though, Dak Prescott, he was injured a lot of the times last year. He'll be entering his 10th season in the league, and of course with no playoff wins, or he has playoff wins, but no real high caliber big time wins like in the NFC title game, which they haven't been to, as I said earlier, since 1995. They have Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders there as the 1-2 running back there on the offensive side of the ball. Now, Jay Ferguson at the tight end. We know the wide receivers. We know CeeDee Lamb. But the problem in Dallas was that they needed a number two wide receiver to pair up with him because they're going to double team CD the whole entire time, and that's what led to issues on the opposite side of the ball a year ago. So they did go out and get George Pickens, the formerly of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're thinking he'll be the nice speedster on the outside that can perhaps take some of the load off of CeeDee Lamb so you get him more wide open and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of George Pickens, so he can go over there because he was a Steeler and I'm a Bengal guy, so what you expect to have happen. But I just think he's overrated, along with pretty much anybody that plays for the Cowboys. They're overrated. They're not that good, and it's shown in the last couple of seasons. So overall record 569, 423, and 6 says a 57.3% win percentage. They have a winning record against every team in the NFC East. It's not even close. But questions still lie, and we take a look at that schedule now. A lot of questions are going to be, I'm not saying they're going to be answered, but they're going to remain throughout the season. 7-10 the season goes, as I said earlier. Over under is 8.5 wins. Everyone keeps saying that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be resurgent and they're going to be back and it's going to be great. I'm not buying it. Now with a first-year head coach, question marks on the defensive side of the ball, and big-time question marks on the offensive side of the ball as well. I see this being a slow season for Dallas once again. Of course, their featured games, they open game one of the 2025-26 NFL regular season on Thursday night at Philadelphia, the reigning Super Bowl champion, on NBC. What a great way to start the schedule. Just playing a divisional rival on the road, what a great way. Then they play the Giants, then they play Chicago. It'll be the big 4 o'clock game on Fox. Don't get me started on that. Green Bay, they'll host on Sunday Night Football. Other big ones, they're at Denver, 4:25 on CBS. Week 9 and Week 11, they're on Monday Night Football. They'll host Arizona Week 9. They'll at Las Vegas Week 11. They host Philadelphia Week 12 in the second meeting of the series in Week 12, 4:25 on Fox. Then they host Thanksgiving against Kansas City. That'll be the second game on Thanksgiving. Then they're at Detroit on Thursday Night Football the following week. Then they host Minnesota on Sunday Night Football the following week. Then they're at Washington as the first game on Christmas, Thursday at 1 o'clock exclusively on Netflix. This is going to be a rough road for Dallas this year. I have them winning against the Giants, sweeping the Giants. They're winning at Chicago because I just don't trust Chicago. I trust Dallas more than Chicago. And that's just the volumes. They're going to win at Carolina because I think Carolina is just not ready. They'll have an upset win at home against Washington, and then they'll win both of their Monday night games. But then after Week 12, they're just going to fall apart. They're going to look strong, but they're going to fall apart by the end. I have them going 7-10 in identical record from a season ago, finishing in third place in the NFC East. This is going to be an up and down year once again for year one of Bryce Schottenheimer. I'm just not seeing it, especially with the teams they got to play. I just don't see this being a good season whatsoever for Dallas, and of course missing the playoffs once again. Alright, this has been my video on the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. In the next video, we will wrap up the NFC East by talking about arguably one of the worst teams I've ever seen put together and one of the hardest schedules ever put together for the New York Giants. Until then, this is your man Dylan signing off about the Dallas Cowboys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.